Hey loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'll be checking out this interesting video from Brett Cooper, and it's titled Girls, Let's Be More Feminine This Summer. You guys, I'm super excited for this. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please consider subscribing. Give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And without much ado, let's see what Brett Cooper has for us in this video.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper. So I think you guys probably know that I have been a tomboy for most of my life. But as I've gotten older, I have intentionally been trying to tap into my feminine side. And if 14-year-old Brett heard me say that, I think that she would literally die. I think she would fall out of her chair and puke and be angry at me, whatever it is. Because I genuinely believed that femininity either meant that you were weak or docile, or that you were overtly promiscuous and sexual, and those were the only two options that I saw for my community and influences. Hence why I chose to hang out with guys for basically my entire childhood. Call me a pick-me if you want. That was just my experience. Now, fast forward to now, a lot has changed. And over the years, I finally realized that my inherent femininity as a woman is a gift, and it is something that I should not be totally rejecting as I did in my teen years. And among my group of girlfriends, we have all been trying to find ways to lean into that because we all think it's really important, including the way we dress. And I have found this to be an interesting experiment for me personally because it is so opposite of what I used to do. And it made me wonder if this could be part of a larger conversation that is happening online. And turns out it is. Before we dive into that though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to this channel if you've not already, and then ring that notification bell so that you never miss an episode. All right, so we have touched on this a bit here and there, but in general, women are burned out. The boss babe, I don't need a man, I'm cold and tough and jaded mindset, it is just not cutting it for us anymore. It literally is not inherent for women. And I think that we are all waking up and realizing that this is a lie that we do not want to live in anymore. For instance, take this creator.
So I am starting my journey to be more feminine, and that for me means not wearing sweats and hoodies every day.
And then she paused this and she said, being feminine isn't only appearance-based, but I think that doing these things will help too, which I completely agree about. We're going to touch on that later. But I do think focusing on your appearance and the way that you dress, that is an easy thing to do. It's a great first step. So that's probably why she's talking about it.
I literally don't feel pretty in like skirts, dresses, like stuff like that. And that's, again, just how I'm perceiving myself because I've had to be so masculine for so long to just survive and to get to where I am.
And I know that there will be people online that will say, oh, that's just ridiculous. Like she should have just leaned on a man. But as somebody who grew up in a very turbulent household and had a very unconventional childhood where I was moved around a lot and, there was a lot of back and forth, you do become hardened. And as you become hardened, you do become more masculine. You put your walls up. You are not as emotional. I did have that mentality that was like, I don't need anybody else. I don't want anybody else around me because usually when I have other people around me, they screw things up and they make my life harder. Like that was how I lived my life. And then on top of that, I only saw those two examples of femininity. I did not think that there was a middle ground that I could be in. So I completely understand where she's coming from.
I'm doing things like that. I'm doing more self-care things. I'm trying to actually put effort into my appearance and my skincare and things, and try dating again and try breaking down the barriers of that hyper masculinity that's in me that I've had for so long. It's hard to describe other than I don't feel like a woman.
Be careful saying that in 2024. Be careful. You don't know who's gonna latch on and tell you something else. Anyway, that's just besides the point. But I loved this video. It was very genuine. It felt very vulnerable, and it went viral very quickly. Somebody commented and said, I'm redoing my wardrobe for this exact reason. Somebody else said, birth control. When I was on birth control, I felt so masculine, went on a non-hormonal and feel so womanly. Wow. Could literally feel the change in me. You can try to go on non-hormonal if it's safe for you. This is a perfect time to plug the episode I did about birth control after WAPO wrote an article about me. So we can link that below if you want. Somebody else commented and said, when you find the right man, woman, you will naturally fall into your feminine energy. I completely agree with that. I think when you find a man that is strong and is masculine and is there to help take care of you and protect you, oh my gosh, you just get to relax. It's the most fantastic, amazing thing ever. Somebody else said it's not just you. So many of us are trying to move out of our masculine, and it really is a journey. It takes time to unlearn habits and feel feminine. You get there, and boy, does it take time. Guys, it took years for me. I literally remember the first time that I showed up to hang out with my high school best friend wearing a dress. She about fell out of her chair. We were at Priscilla's Coffee in Burbank. We're about to go to LA actually, and I'm going to take my team there. This was an important place in my teen years because she was like, what are you wearing? That is how much of a mark it made because I hated wearing dresses, hated how it made me feel, hated how I felt like I was presenting myself to the world. Anyway, like I said, the video went viral, and it makes sense because so many girls are relating to this, myself very much included. And after the original video went viral, she came back and she made another one talking more about what she was doing.
I'm going to be doing this series of like my journey to embracing my femininity and being a woman and being a girly pop, because yeah, taking on this hyper masculine role no longer serves me in a positive way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be one of the boys anymore. I don't want to be so overly independent and like shut men out.
That might sound confusing, but I think that was actually very self-aware, where she was saying, I don't want to be one of the boys anymore, but I also want to stop shutting men out, because in my experience, I wanted to be one of the guys. I just wanted to be friends with guys, but I did not want them to look at me in any way other than just being one of the guys. It was hard to, you know, break down those walls and go, okay, well, I'm straight. I'm getting to the point where I want to date. I need to be comfortable with a guy looking at me like that and perceiving. It's just so, it feels so weird. And you might be saying, Brett, this is a really weird dichotomy. Talk to a woman. I'm sure it exists in her head if she's been here.
I want to be a girly pop again. It's the only way that I can basically word it. And so my first step is I'm going to be doing research and, you know, trying to take notes from other women who have already gone through this journey.
Now, this girl's name is Essie Bone. If you want to see what she's been doing on this series, in this journey, go follow her because she's done many other videos about this. Now, somebody commented and said, I think in an effort to avoid being sexualized or infantilized, a lot of us neglected feminine things and now feel uncomfortable being womanly. And that was literally me. Like, that is what I said at the beginning in that introduction. Like, it took a come to Jesus conversation with me and my mom when I was about 16 years old. We were in the car. I remember we were coming over the hill. I know exactly where all these conversations were because they were so, they just stick in my mind. Like, that, again, I can't even describe it. Like, that is how stark of a transition this has been in my life. But I remember sitting there with her, and it took that conversation for me to start thinking differently about all of this, because I felt constantly sexualized in Hollywood. I was surrounded by girls who made that their whole identity and their personality, and they loved that and they leaned into that, and I wanted to be anything but that. I hated it. I was so uncomfortable, and I did not see a way that I could merge the two without becoming an object and losing all the things that I thought were great about myself. And it took a long time to figure out that I could do that. I'm still figuring it out every single day. Somebody commented and said, I want to wear more color, frilly things, and lace to feel like a girl again. Yep, there we go. And there are some comments that were interesting, like some.
Wow, you guys, what are your thoughts on this video? I totally agreed with what that young lady is saying, and I hope that a lot of young women are gradually finding their femininity, because with what feminism has done to so many young women, acting like men and shutting men out of their life, it's about time women start to feel more feminine. And the first step to achieving all of this is to, first of all, change your wardrobe, remove all those baggy clothes and hoodies, and gradually start gravitating towards feminine outfits. Let me know what you guys think about this video so far. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and let's continue watching, you guys.
Around your feminine and your masculine energy range into being kind of annoying and a bit of a woo-woo witchy vibe. Obviously, I'm personally not into that. We can stop calling it our divine feminine. We do not need to connect this to Mother Earth and your crystals. It is just called being feminine. Tapping into your roots as a woman, what women have been doing since the dawn of time. I mean, come on, it is natural. But anyway, the point is, in my opinion, is that we're just bringing things back to the basics. And in a lot of these videos, one of the first things that women say is that they want to start dressing feminine again, aka wearing dresses, which honestly, when you compare the comfort level of a pair of like high-waisted skinny jeans to a dress, the dress wins every single time. Like, some of the pants that we wear were not even designed to be sat in, which literally makes no sense. That's why if you've watched my videos and I say, oh, I'm wearing standing pants today, or I'm wearing sitting pants today, that's a chick thing. That's what I mean. And apparently that is also harmful for our reproductive systems. We can get into that another time. Another reason to be wearing dresses. I'm not setting a good example today, but you get the point. Back to it. Women are obviously seeing dresses as their way to dip their toe into femininity. And it's not just women who are excited about this. Men apparently want this as well.
Yeah.
Specifically, men want sundresses. It seems like every spring and every summer, they beg for the return of sundresses. They celebrate sundress season. Just watch these videos. So we said, men, it's sundress season again. He's ready. He is ready for the season. Here's another one. This is from Brianna Chicken Fry. I actually saw this just last week, and it killed me. And she's spot on, because this is how a lot of the guys sound. And no hate at all. Like, I support the men. I'm in support of the sundresses, but it is very funny.
If I see one more video where the guys on the street are asking other guys on the street, what's your favorite thing to see a girl in? What's your favorite hairstyle for a girl? And all the guys are like, I like her in a sundress. I want her to wake up and put on her, I want her to roll out of bed in her sundress, and I want her to look like she had no makeup on. I'm gonna lose it.
She's not wrong, though. They are literally everywhere. The men are begging. Spring has sprung. The birds are chirping. The men are crawling out of their apartments. Where are the sundresses? And the comments from the guys just support all of this. Christopher said, definitely a sundress. Somebody else said sundress is the best thing. And this guy Gage said, sundress or rompers, no makeup. So obviously it has gotten women's attention. We are listening, men, we know. Somebody posted this on Twitter and said, supposedly the fastest way to get a guy to fall in love with you is wearing a milkmaid dress. Can anyone confirm? And this is basically a sundress. And immediately, there were thousands of men in the comments confirming this theory. One guy said, depends, but yes, women should dress feminine if they want to attract a man. Somebody said, if I saw a modern gal wearing one of these today, I would get down on one knee. Another guy said, can confirm, the charm of old beauty standards is unmatched. There we go. Like, old beauty standards are coming back. I love it. Another guy said, this and sundresses. I'm telling you, the sundresses, they are on their knees begging. It's a strange phenomenon. Now, I tried to do some serious journalisming, as Jack Mack would say, some serious journalistic research into why men love sundresses so much, and I stumbled upon this. And other than just making me laugh, it seemed to sum up this phenomenon in a nutshell.
Gentlemen, can you please explain to me what it is about the sundresses that you like so much?
Oh, allow me to regale you by asking you some questions. What is it about that first sip of water after a day spent in the scorching sun that you love so much? Seeing the yams in such a beautiful and vulnerable state is a reminder to us that although hell is upon us, the heavens still take their time to shine and smile upon our lowly lives and remind us that life is very good.
I mean, are you crying? You're just like him. You love sundresses.
That was funny.
I mean, I don't think I need to say anything else. I think I could end the episode right here, but I won't. Because I have more to say. When does Brett ever not have something else to say? Anyway, he captioned it, "The sundress cures seasonal depression." And there we go. We have it. That is it summed up. Now, I dug a little bit deeper because I didn't want to just do that one video. And I found a Reddit post from 9 years ago where men were asked the same question and the responses were just gold. And so the question was just, why do men like sundresses? And one guy said, they're very feminine. Straight to the point. Another guy replied and said, they also have a great fun summer feel to them. Just good, happy thoughts all around, especially up here in Canada where winters are so damn cold and everyone bundles up. Pretty girls in sundresses just make life a little better. Can confirm. I asked my husband why he likes sundresses and he said that he loves them because they're happy. He's a man of few words. They're happy. Now I know. Men are simple creatures. They want women to bring joy and brightness. They do not want to have pent-up feminist female rage clothed in a trash bag, which if you go to LA, that is basically what you see. Come on. Another reply said, feminine and they make women move graciously with a natural charm and class. And I love that. Like, some things never change. This is what men like, and as women are consciously trying to unlearn what they have been taught and conditioned to do and wear, they are starting to like it too, and I think that is good for all of us. And while sundresses and appearances and clothing might seem like a superficial thing, like we're just scratching the surface here, I think it's fun, and I think it's indicative of a more significant change that is happening under the surface, and that is what I love to see.
Wow, you guys, that was such an interesting one from Brett Cooper. And I'm so glad that women are beginning to embrace their feminine side once again. Aside from the fact that men love to see women in sundresses, it also makes you feel confident. Okay, I'm very, very pretty too. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. How do you feel when you see a woman in her full feminine state? Does it make you happy? Does it make her more appealing and more attractive? I really want to hear your thoughts on this particular one, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.